1880, a man wearing a homemade suit of armor walked towards a line of armed police officers. He had already killed 3 of them. He knew he was going to die, and yet he kept walking. His name was Ned Kelly, and today, Australia calls him a hero. But who was he really? An outlaw? A freedom fighter? Or just a murderer who got lucky with his legend? This is the real story of Ned Kelly, and it's far more complicated than what they taught you in school. To understand Ned Kelly, you need to understand Australia in the 1870s. The country was young, brutal, deeply unfair. On one side, the wealthy landowners, the squatters, backed by the colonial police. On the other side, the poor Irish immigrants, struggling farmers, people with nothing. Ned Kelly was born into that second world. His father, an Irish convict transported to Australia. His family, constantly harassed by police, wrongly accused, arrested, humiliated. By the time Ned was 16, he had already been in prison twice, not because he was evil, but because the system made sure people like him couldn't win. That injustice, it never left him. The breaking point came in 1878. A police officer named Fitzpatrick came to the Kelly family home. What happened next is still debated. Ned's mother was arrested. The official version said she attacked Fitzpatrick. Ned's version was very different. Ned fled into the bush with his brother Dan and 2 friends, Joe Byrne and Steve Hart. 3 months later, a police party tracked them to Stringy Bark Creek. 4 officers came, 3 never went home. Ned and his gang, now called the Kelly Gang, had shot 3 police in cold blood. Australia was in shock. A reward was placed on Ned's head, £8,000, enormous money at the time. For 2 years, the Kelly Gang evaded every attempt to catch them. They robbed banks, not just for money. Ned would take the time to talk to the people inside. He burned mortgage documents, freeing farmers from their debts. He wrote long letters to newspapers, explaining his cause, defending his family, attacking the corrupt police. He became a symbol, a Robin Hood, a rebel voice for the people no one listened to. Then came June 1880, the siege of Glenrowan. Ned had a plan. He would derail a police train, kill the officers inside, and start a republic. It sounds insane, but he believed in it completely. His gang took over a small hotel at Glenrowan, but someone escaped and warned the police. The train stopped. What followed was a 10-hour standoff. Then, in the early morning fog, a figure appeared, slow, heavy, walking directly towards the police line. It was Ned Kelly, wearing his armor, handmade plates of iron, weighing 44 kilograms. The police fired. The bullets bounced off his chest, his arms, but they found his legs. He fell, captured, still alive. His last words before capture, according to witnesses, "Such is life." 3 months later, Ned Kelly was hanged. He was 26 years old. Here's where it gets interesting. Was Ned Kelly a hero or a killer? The 3 policemen he shot at Stringy Bark Creek, they were fathers, husbands, real people. And yet today, his armor sits in a museum. His face is painted by artists. Millions of Australians see him as a national icon. Why? Because in every society, there are people who fight the system, even if the way they fight is wrong. Ned Kelly wasn't perfect. He was violent. He was desperate. But he said something that resonated across generations, that the poor deserved justice, that the powerful couldn't crush ordinary people forever. Was he right? Was he a monster? That's for you to decide. If you want more stories like this, the hidden, the dark, the untold side of Australia, subscribe to this channel. Every week, we go deeper into the stories that shape this country, the ones they don't put in textbooks. Next week, the man found dead on an Australian beach in 1948. No identity, no cause of death. A coded message no one has ever cracked. Until then, such is life.